Okay, John 15 says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener, which tells us right away this is another Barabbas riddle. So we don't take this literally, but we take it as a riddle with some poetic license. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. Now, my thoughts on this are essentially that the vine is a book and the Father is the editor of the book, or the author. The author edits out every branch, every part of the story that bears no fruit, and every part of the story that does bear fruit. He tries to make it more concise so that it will be even more fruitful. Not sure if there's anything to be gained from the Greek here, but I am the vine, true, and the Father of me, the vine dresser, is. Every branch in me not bearing fruit, he takes away it, and every one fruit bearing, he prunes it, that fruit more it may bear. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Already you clean are by reason of the word that I have spoken to you. So here, the 11 disciples were described in this book to have been washed by Jesus. He washed their feet, or all 12 of them actually. Um, and he said they were all clean, although one of them wasn't. And so it's just words. It may or may not be what really happened, but because of the book is written, um, they're clean. Remain in me as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. Abide in me, the book, and the book abides in you, as the branch not is able fruit to bear of itself, if not it abide in the vine, so neither can you, if not in me you abide. So it's like remain in the book as the book remains in you. No page can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the book. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in the book. I am the book, you are the pages. If the pages remain in the book, and the book remains in the pages, you will bear much fruit. Apart from the pages, apart from the book, you can do nothing. If the pages do not remain in the book, they are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If the pages remain in the book, and the words remain on the pages, ask whatever you wish. Actually, that would be like pretty much asking for what the words already say, and it will be done for you. This is to the editor's glory, that uh, while the characters in the book will bear much fruit, showing themselves to be the page's disciples, or the book's disciples. As the author and editor have loved the book, so has the book loved the pages. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. If you don't lose the words, you will remain in my love, just as the book has kept the editor's commands and remains in his love. The book tells you this so that the joy of the book may be in you, in the pages, and that the page's joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Pages should love each other as the book has loved the pages. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friend. And this, I think, could be interpreted to mean greater love has no one than this, to write down one's life for one's friends, to uh, to just tell them what's happening in their life. I don't think this is a good idea to sacrifice yourself for people, because people that you love uh, and people that love you certainly don't want you to die for them. You are my friends if you do what I command. Uh, the book no longer calls the pages servants because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, the book calls the pages friends, for everything that the book has learned from the author is made known to the pages. The book did not choose, or the pages did not choose the book, but the book chose the pages and appointed the pages so that they might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. And so, whatever the pages ask in the book's name, the author will give to the pages. This is my command: love each other. If the world hates the pages, keep in mind that it hated the book first. If the pages belonged to the world would love you as its own. As it is, the pages do not belong to the world. They're fictional. But the book has chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you: a servant is not greater than his master. If they persecute the book, they will persecute the pages also. If they obeyed the teaching of the book, they would obey the teaching of the pages as well. And they will treat you this way because of the name of the book, and they don't know the one who sent the book. If this book had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates the book hates the author and editor as well. If this book had not done had if this book had not done among them the works no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen, and yet they have hated both the book and the author of the book. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law: they hated me without reason. Let's go investigate. That is under Psalms 35 and Psalm 69. It says, "How long, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my precious life from these lions. I will give you thanks in the great assembly. Among the throngs I will praise you. Do not let those gloat over me who are my enemies without cause. Do not let those who hate me without reason maliciously wink the eye. They do not speak peaceably, but devise false accusations against those who live quietly in the land. They stare at me and say, 'Aha, aha, with our own eyes we have seen it.' Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake and rise to my defense. Contend for me, my God and Lord. Vindicate me in your righteousness, Lord my God. Do not let them gloat over me. Do not let them think, 'Aha, just what we wanted,' or say, 'We have swallowed him up.' May all who gloat over my distress be put to shame and confusion. May all who exalt themselves over me be clothed with shame and disgrace. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, 'The Lord be exalted, who delights in the well-being of his servant.' My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long." The key is there is a great deal to hate about the Gospel of John, but most people don't hate it for the right reasons. They simply don't understand what the purpose of John's Gospel is. Um, and in fact, I'm not entirely sure myself, but I do know that it has been misread and misunderstood. And so we can either love it or hate it, but try to make sure that your reason for doing so is correct. When the Advocate comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth, who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. The Spirit of truth goes out from the author, and the Spirit of truth will testify about the book. And the pages must also testify, because the pages have been with the book from the beginning. So I believe that the answer to the Barabbas riddle of chapter 15 is that the true vine is the book, the Father is the author and editor, and most of the time you are the pages of the book.